Hey YouTube, in this video I'm going to compare these two knives, the Spyderco Resilience and the Rat 1. This was a requested video. One of my subscribers considering purchasing one of these knives and they wanted to see a comparison, and since I've never shown the Rat 1, or I've never reviewed it, I figured, might as well show it in this video. Alright, so here you see the two knives in the closed position, and the first thing that I notice is that even though the Spyderco Resilience blade length is a good deal longer than the Rat 1, in the closed position you see that actually the Resilience is not that much longer in the closed position than the Rat 1. Alright, so it has a very efficient ratio of blade length to handle length. Alright, let's take a look at them opened. Alright YouTube, here's a view of the blades compared side by side, and you see the Resilience, it does give you more length to work with. It's about 4 3/8 inches long blade length, whereas the Rat 1, it's about 3.5, 3.6. Alright, so I hope that gives you some good information to make your decision. And as far as their overall length when opened, alright, there you see the Resilience. When it's opened, you can see it is significantly longer than the Rat 1. And the thickness, actually the Rat 1 is slightly thicker. That could be good or bad depending on how big your hand is. Alright, but there you see. Alright, and just a short overview of the Rat 1 because I have not reviewed it. Open pillar construction, 4-position pocket clip, dual terraced thumb studs as the openers, and obviously liner lock mechanism. It has a good lockup, no blade play. Comes in combo edge or plain edge, as well as black blade or satin finish. It is AUS 8. And they also now come with all sorts of different color handle scales. Alright, those are Zytel. Alright, so that's the Rat 1. Oh. And it's obviously a drop point. It's not especially pointed. Alright, it's not really, it's not meant to be that tactical or anything. It's more of a just medium large everyday carry. And some people use it as kind of an outdoors folder. Alright, so that's that. Spyderco Resilience I've already reviewed, but basically it's fairly large for a folder. Open pillar, Spyderco opening hole. It has the classic leaf-shaped drop point blade. Very nice satin finish, full flat grind. The Rat 1 is also full flat grind. And you can see, even though they're both drop points, this is a more pointed drop point, and this also counts as a modified drop point because it begins dropping way back here, like half the length is the drop. So liner lock. Alright, so that's just a quick overview. Oh, and this uses the 8CR13 Chinese stainless. Alright, so I hope that gave you some good information to make an informed decision. And the subscriber also asked about comparisons with fixed blades. Well, let's compare these to a couple fixed blades, and I think most people have debated this issue with themselves too, whether to go EDC, a small fixed blade, or folder, or what. So let's do some comparison. All right, there you see the Rat 1 folder closed position above the SE Azula 2. Now obviously you can see the advantage of the folder in this comparison is that when it's closed, it's just so much shorter than the fixed blade, so easier to carry. And as you can see, once the folder is in the open position, it gives you more blade to work with. On the other hand, the main drawback obviously is that you have to worry about the lockup, the deployment, the strength of the pivot, the strength of the stop pin. There's just a lot more things that can go wrong with a folder. Alright, whereas with the full tang small fixed blade, it's just got that strength and simplicity. and even the handle is a little bit thinner. So, you know, there's drawbacks and strengths to each side of the argument. So, you know, pretty much everyone has to decide for themselves. All right, and the viewer also asked, you know, he basically said the whole advantage of a folder is that it's easy to carry, it's small. So he was like, you know, why would you use a folder with a blade length 4 inches or above? You know, he basically said it kind of defeats the whole point of a folder. You might as well go fixed blade. So he wanted to know the advantages and disadvantages between a large folder and a fixed blade. All right, well, this, you see the resilience there, and below it is the Kershaw Bear Hunter 2. A knife you can sometimes get for $20. If it's on sale, you can even get it for less. And it's actually a great camp knife for that price. I mean, it's a bargain. And you see, they're roughly the same length when the folder is open. You know, these blades are pretty comparable. They're both pointed drop points. They're both a little extra wide, and they're both full flat ground. What that means is that actually the Spyderco Resilience would actually be an excellent camp knife if you wanted to use a folder as a camp knife, because like I said, this Bear Hunter 2 is it's lightweight, it's great for food prep. Not really, you know, it's not like a super heavy knife for batoning or anything, but as a medium camper, it's very nice. All right, so he was asking, you know, why would you ever use a big folder when you can use a nice fixed blade like this? You know, pretty much the main advantage, the only advantage I could think of is that when this is closed, it's like, you know, half the size. So pretty much ease of carry would be the only, you know, the main reason that you might choose a folder in this larger size. But, you know, I personally have carried this. You know, to me, you know, rather than just saying big or small, to me there's only stuff that fits in your pocket and stuff that doesn't fit in your pocket. I've actually found that this is pretty much the largest or the longest blade length fixed blade that I can actually fit conveniently and concealably in my normal like cargo pants pocket. So yeah, if you want to carry a big fixed blade like this instead of a big folder, I've done it myself. So I would say if you want to and you're allowed to do that where you live, I see nothing wrong with that. This is a very useful blade. I found it a very useful blade to carry. And I did have to make my own sheath for it in order to do that. But, you know, it's pretty easy to do. Alright, YouTube, well, I'm sure that there were many people out there who might have been wondering about similar questions, so I hope that answered that viewer's question and gave everybody a little something to think about, the pluses and minuses of your different options. Stay tuned for many more videos. I'm out.